It's from, I think it's Paul's wife. It says Miss Bunyan, Paul Bunyan. I don't know. Sherman Oaks worked extremely hard raising money and planting trees on Ventura Boulevard. The store owners have been chopping the trees without permits, and although it's against the law, they are never punished. Cars are knocking the trees down, and insurance is paid for the damage, and it's certainly not going back to planting the trees.
Well, it is a problem that we've had over the years, and Joan and Fortuna have been on it as best we can, and I mean, all I can say is that we've tried to educate the merchants. We've tried to get folks to be more enlightened. I think by and large they are. It's heartbreaking. I have to tell Jules how heartbreaking it is when someone does something to one of our trees. You know, if you've got evidence, please come forward and give it to Joan or Fortuna, and we'll try to do our best for you. Well, give them to us.
We have been. We've been doing all of our due diligence, and the problem is that the city has promised for over a year to send out a letter to all the Ventura Boulevard merchants. You can speak to Tamar about it and Ron Lorenzen. It's not for a lack of trying, it's just that we can't seem to get the momentum to get this information from the city into the community. So what's happening is every month that is costing us to lose trees because the merchants are honestly convinced the loss of their businesses because of the trees blocking their signs. And given the state of the economy, now we're seeing trees that weren't butchered before being butchered. And Ron Lorenzen, who's head of City Street Trees, says they have the authority if a tree is damaged. And all we need is somebody with some you-know-what to get the ladder going, get into the merchants, and start enforcing this law.
Did everybody in the room hear the, okay. Basically what she's saying is for the last few years, merchants have been, business owners have been butchering the trees. And we, the Sherman Oaks Beautification Committee has been working with the City Attorney's Office, with Ron Lorenzen, who is the city in charge of the trees. And we've supposedly, they're supposed to send out a letter. Jules and myself have stopped people in the middle of the process that are chopping these trees down. We've taken pictures, we've sent it to the City Attorney's Office, and nothing happens. So the question is, what's going to happen to finally put a stop on this? Speak into the microphone, John.
Yes. Yes, we have worked very hard, the association, also the Sherman Oaks Beautification Committee, and I want you to know that urban forestry is on a 10 to 11 year cycle. We have 750,000 trees in the city of LA, which means they can only trim 75,000 trees a year with the budget that they have to work with. It's still a tremendous amount of trees to trim. So what they did for Sherman Oaks, because they weren't supposed to come back to the business area of Sherman Oaks for another 10 years, because they were just here a few years ago, is they came back a couple of months ago and they trimmed all the trees from Fulton to Sepulveda.
Sure.
And they're coming back and they're starting to do the palm trees. So they're trying to do this to save the businesses from butchering the trees. And Ron Lorenzen needs approval from Bill Robertson, the head of the Bureau of Street Services, for that letter to go out.
Okay, but that's not the question isn't, we know that the city just did that. They just came out a month ago. Last week, in front of Maria's Italian Kitchen, 2 of those trees are completely butchered in front of the car wash where the trees were just trimmed a month ago. They took their own initiative to go ahead and, without a permit, go ahead and do this. We have pictures of both of these. The question is not that the city went ahead and did the 10-year plan earlier, but where is the enforcement? Where is these are city-owned trees now. We raised the money, the Sherman Oaks Homeowners Association raised the money. Where is the enforcement? We have pictures, we stopped the people. We've even called the police, Jules and I, and the police have come out and taken their FI cards, taken all the information. The city has not responded the way that any enforcement. These are our trees, the city of Los Angeles' trees, not the homeowners, not Jules's, although Jules thinks they are, which we love you for.
So Jack, that's a city attorney issue for the city attorney.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Okay.